The Owen James Report is brought to you by
This program is brought to you by the Grace Kennedy Group. We choose to care. Grace Kennedy Money Services has been here for you and your family, here and abroad, because we understand that you're receiving more than money. You're receiving their love. Grace Kennedy Financial Group has been here for you because we know it's more than just investments, insurance, or banking. It's about security and creating a path to realizing your dreams. For 90 years, honesty, integrity, and trust. The Grace Kennedy Group, we choose to care.
Good evening. This is the Owen James Report. The Jamaican dollar weakened against the benchmark American dollar as well as the British pound, but strengthened against sterling. In actual trading, the greenback strengthened by 3 Jamaican cents, closing at an average selling rate of $112.51, a new record high. Sterling advanced by 29 cents Jamaican to close at $192.87. However, the Canadian dollar weakened by 51 cents Jamaican to close at $105.60. So why the continuing devaluation of the Jamaican dollar? Well, Bank of Jamaica Governor Brian Winter attributes the movements of the currency to the balance of payments. However, the current account deficit has been improving, and the expectation is that the rate of depreciation should slow. So far, it's not. Let's see how business and consumer confidence fares when the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce's Conference Board releases the latest numbers next week, Tuesday. There's always a correlation between the confidence and a sliding dollar. Under normal circumstances, as confidence builds, fewer seek a safer haven in hard currency. Jamaica's net international reserves, or the difference between its foreign assets and foreign liabilities, rose by $211 million to $1.37 billion at the end of June compared to May. This represents 14.6 weeks of goods and services imports. News on the market now, where losses by D&G, Sagicor Group and Scotia Group triggered modest falls in the Jamaican stock market indices. The main JSE index declined by 155 points, or 1%. Trading was moderate as just about 1.5 million shares worth $11.6 million changed hands, with Sagicor Group accounting for over 43% of business. 22 stocks traded, with 6 advancing, 5 declining, and 11 holding firm. The winners included Caribbean Cement, Grace Kennedy, Jamaica Broilers Group, and Lasco Manufacturing. The losers included D&G down 4.4%, NCB Proven Investments, Sagicor Group, and Scotia Group Jamaica. The Inter-American Development Bank and its partners from UK Aid and Canada recently awarded a grant of $500,000 to the competitive company and a cluster of those in the Jamaican ornamental fish industry to boost their ability to deliver products competitively to international markets. A veritable multi-million-dollar export market. Occasion was a recent signing ceremony at the IDB's office in Kingston. UKA's Bhavna Sharma describes the aims and objectives of the project as ambitious.
To go to annual exports worth 2.4 million, to employ 190 people with a good monthly salary is a great thing to aim for and to achieve, and I wish you all the very best. So good luck and thank you.
Head of the competitive company, Dr. Beverly Morgan, gave the assurance of a strong board to guide the spend on the ornamental fish project.
And just in case we become too audacious and take flight, we have a solid, supportive, critical, and strong board represented here by our chairman, Dr. Andre Gordon.
And that's the Owen James Report. Good evening.
The Owen James Report was brought to you by
Grace Kennedy. This program was brought to you by the Grace Kennedy Group. We choose to care.